G'day everyone. Today we're talking about something that most SME owners underestimate until it bites them. Risk exposure hidden inside day-to-day operations. When people hear risk, they often think about dramatic events, a lawsuit, a breach, a serious incident, a disaster, and yes, those matter. But in small business, the more common risk is cumulative. It's the small operational gaps that stack up over time. Inconsistent processes, loose handovers, missed deadlines, forgotten follow-ups, poor record keeping, and none of this feels like a crisis on its own, but together they become risk exposure. They cost you money, damage your reputation, increase stress, and make your business fragile. And here's the real kicker. It's usually not because the owner doesn't care. It's because operational discipline isn't always seen as a risk tool. It gets labeled admin. But the truth is this: strong daily habits protect your business more than the best written policy ever will. So let's walk through 5 practical actions you can take to reduce risk exposure by embedding real-world operational discipline. Action 1. Standardise core processes and stick to them. Discipline starts with consistency. You don't need to document everything. Start with 5 to 10 workflows that affect customers, compliance, or cash flow. Common examples are quoting and proposals, customer onboarding, supplier payment, payroll, incident reporting, maybe even job scheduling or quality checks depending on your industry. Document the steps in plain English. Assign an owner and make it explicit: this is how we do it here. Why does this reduce risk? Because variation creates mistakes. When 5 people do the same task 5 different ways, you get unpredictable outcomes, and unpredictability is risk. Action 2. Use checklists and SOPs for repeatable work. Human memory is fallible. Systems aren't. For repeatable tasks, create short checklists. Keep them tight. Make them easy to use, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever suits the work. Use tools like Trello, shared docs, or even printed sheets on a wall. The tool doesn't matter as much as the behavior. Checklists reduce missteps, protect quality, and create visibility. They also make training easier because the way we do it is written down and repeatable. Action 3. Hold regular discipline reviews. Once a month, gather your core team for a simple check-in. Not a performance trial, a discipline review. Ask, where are we cutting corners? What's becoming reactive instead of planned? Where have we had close calls? What's falling through the cracks? This is course correction, not punishment. If the meeting becomes blame, people will hide problems. If it stays constructive, you'll surface risks early and fix them while they're still small. Action 4. Train for accountability, not just output. Operational discipline isn't bureaucracy, it's professionalism. Teach expectations like starting on time, documenting properly, logging work accurately, and speaking up early when things go wrong. If you want discipline, you have to build it into onboarding, role descriptions, and feedback conversations. Otherwise, it becomes nice to have, and under pressure, it disappears. Accountability is also cultural. When people see that standards are consistent and fair, they're more willing to follow them. Action 5. Use technology as guardrails, not a crutch. Software can help, but it does not replace responsibility. Set up auto reminders for tasks and renewals. Use version control for documents. Run shared calendars. Use dashboards so nothing is invisible. But don't let "we thought the system would do it" become an excuse. Systems support discipline. They don't replace it. The human commitment is the thing that still matters most. The psychological perspective. Some owners worry discipline will kill creativity or kill the vibe, especially in fast-moving teams. Usually, the opposite happens. Discipline creates freedom. It reduces fire drills. It frees up headspace. It builds internal trust because people can rely on each other. And it builds external trust because customers experience consistency. It also creates calm. When people know the process, they stop guessing. Less guessing means less anxiety, less friction, and less rework. Discipline isn't rigid, it's reliable. And HR best practice? HR has a role here too. Embed process expectations and role clarity. Support training and time management, documentation, and follow through. Encourage peer accountability. And watch for early signs of breakdown like burnout, avoidance, and blame. Also, celebrate operational discipline publicly. It's often invisible, but it's what keeps the business safe and steady, especially when things get busy. Now, some red flags you should take seriously. You may have hidden risk exposure if processes live in people's heads, staff skip steps to save time, incidents aren't logged properly, tasks are done inconsistently, and files are hard to find. The business relies on a few organised individuals to hold everything together. These aren't minor inefficiencies. They're structural risks waiting to be realised. So a brief story about Paul from Invercargill. Paul ran a commercial cleaning business. Complaints were increasing, missed cleans, wrong products used, billing errors. He was constantly chasing problems. He paused and did a process audit. What he found was simple: no standard checklist for each site, no consistent way to log completed work, and inconsistent onboarding for new staff. Paul created simple SOPs per client site, digitized checklists on phones, and ran 30-minute refresher sessions with the team. 3 months later, complaints dropped 70%, referrals increased, and Paul could step out of day-to-day without fear. His takeaway was spot on. It wasn't that we weren't working hard, we just weren't working disciplined. That shift saved us. So take a look at the extended article, which is linked below, and why not subscribe for regular, sensible stuff designed specifically for New Zealand business owners. Love to see you back. Thanks for being here, and see you soon.